Imagine standing in the center of ancient Rome. The roaring of 100,000 citizens fills the air. Gold coins rain down into the streets. You are a Roman general returning from a brutal war, riding a gilded chariot. You are, for this exact moment, viewed as a living god. But right behind you, standing in the very same chariot, is a slave. He isn't there to celebrate you. He has one job. He leans in close, his breath warm against your ear, and whispers a chilling, repetitive warning over the roar of the crowd. Respice post te, hominem te memento. Look behind you. Remember, you are just a man. This was the origin of memento mori, a Latin phrase meaning, remember you must die. It sounds bleak. It sounds morbid. In our modern world, we spend billions of dollars trying to distract ourselves from this exact reality. We scroll mindlessly, chase endless status, and numb ourselves to the passage of time. But to the ancient Stoics, this wasn't a depressing thought. It was the ultimate psychological cheat code. It was the one truth that could cure social anxiety, instantly stop overthinking, and melt away petty drama. Because when you truly internalize that your time is a finite, ticking clock, you stop wasting it on things that do not matter. No one understood the power of this mindset better than a man named Epictetus. Unlike the wealthy elite of Rome, Epictetus didn't have to remind himself of his mortality. He lived it. Born around 50 AD in the eastern reaches of the Roman Empire, he spent his youth as a slave. His name literally translates to acquired or bought. He was property. His master was a brutal, volatile man named Epictetus. One day, in a fit of rage, his master began twisting Epictetus's leg. Epictetus, completely calm, looked at him and said, "You are going to break it." The master kept twisting until the bones snapped. Epictetus didn't scream. He didn't cry out in anger. He simply looked up and said, "Did I not tell you that you would break it?" For the rest of his life, Epictetus walked with a severe limp. How does a person reach that level of psychological invincibility? How do you remain calm while your own body is being broken by someone else? Epictetus realized a profound truth while in chains. Your master can lock up your body. They can break your bones. They can take away your possessions, but they cannot touch your mind. Your reactions, your judgments, and your character belong entirely to you. When Epictetus was finally freed after the death of his master, he didn't seek revenge. He didn't fall into bitterness. Instead, he began to teach. He founded a philosophy school that became so famous, even the future Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius would build his entire life foundation upon Epictetus's words. The core of Epictetus's teaching was a concept called the dichotomy of control. He argued that life is divided into two distinct columns. In column A are things not up to us: the weather, the economy, traffic, the past, the future, what other people think of you, and when you die. In column B are things completely up to us: your thoughts, your intentions, your desires, and how you choose to react to column A. Most human suffering, anxiety, and anger come from a single mistake. We spend 99% of our mental energy trying to force column A to change, while completely ignoring column B. If you get stuck in traffic and scream at the wheel, you are letting an uncontrollable external event dictate your internal peace. You are acting like a slave to the world. This brings us back to memento mori. Death is the ultimate column A event. It is entirely out of our control. But by embracing it rather than fearing it, it becomes a tool of absolute freedom. Epictetus used to tell his students that when you kiss your child or your spouse goodnight, you should remind yourself that they could die before the morning. It sounds harsh, even cruel, but think about the psychological effect. If you truly believe this might be the last time you see someone, do you argue with them over petty chores? Do you stay mad at them? No, you lock in. You appreciate the exact microsecond you have with them. Memento mori levels the playing field. It reminds the billionaire that their wealth cannot buy an extra second, and it reminds the person struggling that their current pain is temporary. It forces you to ask the ultimate question: if this was my last week on Earth, would I really care about that hate comment, that awkward social interaction, or that minor setback? Epictetus went from a broken slave in chains to one of history's greatest philosophers because he realized that freedom isn't a legal status. Freedom is a mindset. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, look in the mirror and remind yourself of the Stoic truth. This day is a gift, not a guarantee. Stop letting uncontrollable things control your mind. Focus on your character, accept your fate, and remember, you are mortal. Live accordingly.